And we are on air.
Hi guys, my name's Brianna, and since it's the first day of October, which means it's Halloween season, I thought I would tell you guys my top 10 favorite candy. So let's get right into the video. So as I go through these, I just want to let you guys know this isn't a fixed order. My favorite candy is my favorite candy, but some of these can be shuffled around depending on my mood and whatnot, of if they're lower or higher and whatnot in my ranking. But just that this is my top 10, not necessarily that they stay stuck in this order, if that makes sense. So yeah, let's go. So my number one favorite candy is, you might think it's Butterfingers if you've been watching my channel for a while, but it's actually not. I do love Butterfingers, but they're actually not even in my top 10. The reason people think it's Butterfingers is because Butterfinger cups are my favorite candy. I almost never get them. They're really hard to find. I've not had them in a really long time actually, but they're like Reese's peanut butter cups, but Butterfingers instead, and they're delicious. If I could recommend you to try any candy, it's gonna be that. It's so good. I love it so much, and any chance I do have to have them, I'm gonna have them. Fantastic candy. Also, just side note to this as well, I am considering chocolate candy. I know some people put chocolate in a separate category. There is chocolate within this list. Next on my list is Juicy Drop Pops. I will literally just eat the sour liquid part just straight in my mouth if I could all day long. And the flavor doesn't matter as long as it's not cherry. Cherry is negative. Like, I hate it, awful, nowhere close to my favorite, but any other flavor of Juicy Drop, perfection. I love it. I love sour candy, and it's like the best sour candy out there. Next is Laffy Taffy, but not the like little Laffy Taffies that you get in a mixed bag or on Halloween or something like that. The big ones, which I usually find at 7-Eleven. Again, as long as it's not the normal cherry flavor, I absolutely love it, but I also don't love grape. I'll eat grape, I like it, but it's not in my favorites for Laffy Taffy. The two Laffy Taffy big size flavors that I love and really make it the favorite is watermelon or, and this is a shocker, the sparkling cherry. It's like a cherry flavor with like sprinkles or some kind of thing like that. Normally I hate cherry flavored things, but this is one of the few exceptions, just like Shirley Temples. I love Shirley Temples. So generally, cherry is the worst flavor in the entire world, but there are a few exceptions. So the sparkling cherry Laffy Taffy, really good, and the watermelon one. Now jumping back to some chocolate, I think the brand is pronounced Ghirardelli, but the like chocolate squares, specifically the caramel ones. The caramel chocolate squares are delicious. They're something I had a lot in high school because our ROTC sold them, and I used to like scourge around for money to buy as much of them as possible. They're fantastic. Then next I would say it's not regular Jolly Ranchers, but the Jolly Rancher Chews, like the soft candy. They're kind of like Starburst, but they taste like Jolly Ranchers. Really, really good. Just any flavor except for cherry. Delicious. I think they have like strawberry, watermelon, green apple, blue raspberry, all of them. Fantastic. And I would go to say that of the big Laffy Taffies, I think they're better than the chewy Jolly Ranchers, but the Chews Jolly Ranchers are better than the small Laffy Taffies. I also think they're better than Starbursts. I'm trying to think of what other like chewy candy there is like that, but I can't off the top of my head, but that one is definitely like the best chewy candy out there. Next, classic Swedish Fish. I love Swedish Fish. Any kind of Swedish Fish doesn't really matter, but the original is the best. I know they have like tropical and like all that stuff, but just normal old Swedish Fish are fantastic. Then going back to sour is going to be Sour Patch Kids, another classic, delicious. Original is the best, but I do love some of the spin-off flavors, like the watermelon ones that are shaped like watermelon are really good too. But it's really interesting because I have a lot of spin-off candies that are up here, like Butterfinger Cups instead of Butterfingers, Jolly Rancher Chews instead of Jolly Ranchers. But like Swedish Fish, Sour Patch Kids, like I like the OGs. The original ones are the best. Next is one that most people, I get a lot of backlash from when I say this is in my favorites of candies, because a lot of people hate it. Candy corn. I love candy corn. It's my favorite thing about fall time because it's really easy to find when other times of the year you can never find it anywhere. It's really, really good. I actually have candy corn earrings on right now. I don't know if you guys can see. I don't have too many like Halloween-y themed earrings. I have a few though, and I love these ones. I try to eat as much candy corn as possible this time of year because I know I'm not gonna get it the rest of the year. So I know people hate candy corn. It's very polarizing candy. People either love it or hate it, but I absolutely love it. Okay, another chewy candy. I don't know how I forgot earlier when it's in my list, but Airheads. I love Airheads, but again, it matters the flavor. So I am good with blue raspberry, watermelon, mystery, but I'm not so good with the cherry or the grape. And then I like orange, but it's just not in my favorites. So, I know sometimes you can find strawberry. That's really good too, but it's not in like the classic flavors, so it's not as easy to find, but that would be with the ones I love as well. Definitely an up there candy. Really, really love Airheads. And the last thing on my list is Sprees. They're like Spree, like chews. They're like these little circular candies. They're not like a chewy candy like Airheads or Starburst or anything like that. They're a chewy candy like chalky kind of and fall apart when you chew them. They're really hard to describe. I know a lot of people don't know about them, but they're really, really good. I love them so much. I'm a big candy person, but I don't actually eat candy all the time. But Halloween and October in general, I eat so much candy. I just love it. I just take advantage of this time of year so much. But I'm always down to try new candies, so you guys can comment your favorite candies down below and I can let you know if I've tried them before and if I like them, how I feel about them. There are plenty of other candies that I love, so it was pretty hard to narrow it down to just 10, but I feel pretty good with these being my top 10. You guys can also let me know if there's any candies here that I listed in my favorites that you actually hate and you would put it in your least favorite, and if there's anything you agree with too, and just we can have a conversation down below. Oh, and I also just wanted to mention, since it is the 1st of October, that I decided I would go back to posting every day for a little while. So I'm gonna do VEDO this month, which stands for Video Every Day in October, and I hope you guys enjoy it. But yeah, for now that's it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy VEDO, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mwah.